श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम ओम 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 श्री
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Om. 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 Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Hari Om to everybody. One devotee had raised a doubt through email. He said, everything is happening only by God's will. What am I to do? Many things happen which I disagree, and am I to simply keep quiet? A very pertinent question. Immediately when we go through the statement that everything happens only by His will and it is for our ultimate good, very difficult for us to easily accept it. But when we try to ponder deeply, then only we try to understand that whatever prompting He gives at the moment to that particular person, similarly He will also give promptings to us. For enabling us to understand, Papa used to say, He prompts a person to steal. He prompts the police to catch hold of him. He prompts the judge to punish him. Why he does, you don't have to ask. That is the play. So when we say that everything is happening only by His will, we are trying to understand that point, not that we should keep quiet. We will be given the prompting from inside as to how we should act, react or proact or drop. All those things we will get. Every time we should know that He is, as a sadhaka, our struggle is to know that everything is prompted by Him, that's all. How we look at it, how we handle the situation, that also He will give us the guidance. Somebody was telling me in the morning, I don't get offended, I don't feel harmful to anybody, no negativity is there as far as others are concerned. When we react with that base, even if we shout, they will not mistake. Even if we lose temper, they will not mistake. Because Papa used to say, where there is godliness, where there is goodness, there is godliness. Goodness is godliness. So we will get the prompting as to how we should act. Not that to accept everything as they are, in the sense, we have to accept everything as they are, no doubt. But not in the sense we understand it, no, from the individual standpoint. We do not immediately react, we try to bring in this. And when, even now in our own circle, suppose we are very close, even if we exchange in hot words, nothing will happen to us, even if we cut jokes. Because both of them, they know that they don't mean anything individually. A point on which we have to keep on thinking. Otherwise, acceptance will be only a theory. It will not be, it will be difficult to practice. But no, here it is not difficult to practice. He is prompting them to act in that way. The same time, He will prompt us. And why He does, we need not bother. The beautiful quotation of Papa comes to our mind on these occasions. Behold divinity in every aspect of this world Leela. Verily, it is He at play in all beings and creatures. That answers. In every aspect. In somebody doing it in a negative way and you are trying to react, to establish. Under the banner of spirituality, we are not asked to keep quiet. Papa bluntly will say it's an act of cowardice. We will be able to judge everything based upon that it is he who is prompting. At the same time, he prompts us. When this is the boundary of a country, and here in both border there are military men, protecting the border. If the relationships are good, they will be talking each other, friendly, exchanging so and so. But if it is strained, the commander of this country says shoot, he has to shoot. And the commander of this country says retaliate, he will retaliate. Simple. God is behind everything, so when he shoots, not to keep, we have not been asked to keep quiet. But while reacting, as a sadhaka, we will know whether it is coming from me or whether I am conscious of his prompting. Here again, Papa clarifies that the reaction will be definitely not individually based. It will not be self-centered. A lot of pondering over is necessary to understand this. Is that clear to everybody? Before we enter into the usual topic, we thought we would better explain about the Mauna session day after tomorrow. Keep it there. The whole purpose, sit down, sit down, you sit down. The whole purpose of observing Mauna in a month is probably God wants us to assimilate what all we gather and try to sit in one place without talking, trying to go as much as possible within. One day in a month. All of us are busy in our own field of activities, even in ashram. Everyone has got some seva commitment. And those who are visiting devotees like all of you have enough on your head when you go back to your place. So even when you are attending the various programs, there are interactions. And interactions will definitely is the seed bed for all varied forms of thinking. He is a good person, he is not a good person. He behaved well, he does not behave. All these things will come. Likes and dislikes, everything will slowly, even in a limited place like ashram. This is okay, this is not okay. So now, what we need is some sort of a discipline in a month. Leave it, man. Leave it. Some sort of a discipline by which we try to derive the maximum benefit of this wonderful place. So that must have been the reason why we were prompted to observe one day silence in a month. There are so many experiments God is making through so many forms, so many institutions, like Vipassana, a great movement initiated by most revered Goenkaji, and it is spreading like wildfire now every place, especially people who are working in corporate concern. When they pass through severe stress, they need a break. 10 to 15 days, 10 or 11 days or 15 days, they go for a Mauna. Very strict. They don't talk, minimum food. Even eye contact is limited. It's a wonderful experience for them. But here what we are trying is, immediately after that we are again going back to the same field. So when I go with the same mental setup, how do I deal with men and matters? Is there any change? So at the moment we feel we are guided by the norms set by our mind. So one day we will withdraw from everything. Only when you interact, all this problem comes. One day cut off. Let anything happen, you will not react. So first thing is we are not reacting at all. No interaction with anybody. 8:30 when we all come and sit here, gents will be sitting here in the mornings, ladies will be sitting in the Ananda Kutir or anywhere outside, not necessarily in this hall. People used to sit wherever they find it convenient. And afternoon, ladies will come and gents will go. Initially, we had so many thoughts coming up how to conduct, but now it is going slowly settling down because now we are getting clarity why he made us to do that. To first of all, we know that he is behind the mind. He is seated. He is the prop, support, substratum, and expressing through the mind, thoughts, words, deeds. And the mind is not in our control at all. So to train the mind first, to go within and find out he is with us, he has been with us, to know that, to awaken the sleeping divine consciousness within us, to know about our origin, to know that, what else?
He's the originator, provider.
He within us is doing everything. Then
He is the great provider, the
he is the
originator.
great provider, the originator.
Everything belongs to him.
Huh?
Everything belongs to him.
Everything belongs to him. All these things, how do we try to put in? We are hearing it here, we are trying to learn by heart. The moment we go out, it gets diluted. But during these, that means one at a time. Think about it. The mind is trained to focus on one aspect at the exclusion of all other aspects. So when I chant, after 2 or 3 or 4 chanting, the mind goes out. While chanting is going on one side, mind is going elsewhere, is it not? That means we have to train the mind to have one at a time, one at a time, one at a time. So this became very clear when he guided us through different sessions. So all of us need to know that the purpose of this sadhana is to first control the mind by concentrating on one at the exclusion of others. And second, right from 8:30 in the morning till 5 o'clock, if we sit, it may not be practically possible because mind is used to work on various fields. So, variety of varied sessions will be there, but all the time each session is pointing out to train our mind for one at a time. So, as soon as we come here, chanting will be going on, chanting box will be going on, or somebody will chant. We hear. Then the mental chanting, first 45 minutes, something like it can be different. You will all be given a printed sheet, and every time when after 45 minutes when the session ends, another session starts, there will be a bell or some signal, and somebody will hold the placard. One of the volunteers will hold the placard so that you will know next session this is what I will try. And then it might be the watching the thoughts, 45 minutes, watching the breathing, watching how the senses work. Out of these 45 minutes, probably mind may not dwell 45 minutes on this, but again it may come back, it may come back, it may come back. We are training, Just because we heard this, mind will not behave. but it will definitely help because there is no interaction. The mind goes out, again, you will know that the mind has gone out and you will be able to bring it back. So there are such 4 or 5 sitting sessions, okay? There are 2 walking sessions. We also need to move, we cannot be sitting. So one in the morning and one in the evening, there will be 2 walking sessions. One walking session, we are closely watching how does the right leg goes up and the body is balanced by the left leg or vice versa. Watching this. What is the mechanism that is going on? So far we have been taking it as granted when we walk. We don't bother about it. So you slowly. And the next walking session might be that we are trying to remember the falling of the leaves, the sound of the wind, chirping of the birds, like that. Even in observing silence, we can find that. But now, one at a time, one at a time, one at a time. And there will be a seva session. For the past 2, 3 weeks, we have been trying to clear the area. Old leaves will be gathered silently. Nobody will talk to anybody. Plastic bags or something will be there. Somebody will be collecting it, somebody will be putting it, somebody will be pushing it and pulverizing it to the extent possible. And that powder will be again brought and spread here, or silently 45 minutes. Earlier period, we used to make paper bags, broomstick, cleaning the windows of the nearest building, doors. Nobody talks. Everyone silently takes up that, doing one at a time, one at a time, one at a time. Then there is a writing session. A book, pen will be given, where we try to write any name of God. For example, Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. So when you write, you are ensuring mentally chanting, writing, mentally chanting, writing, not allowing any thoughts to come. So 4 or 5 sitting session, 2 walking session, 1 seva session, and eating session also we can say we go to when we say lunchtime, somebody will ring the bell and throw the placard. Everybody will be silently marching towards Bhojanshala canteen, silently taking, attentively be in the session of eating, washing it, coming back, sitting, and half an hour total relax. Even from this, total relax, not sleeping, but a total relaxation from even the program. Half an hour, that's all. And in the evening, we are trying to find out what we have gone through. Each one will close their eyes and walk right from 8:30. And how did we feel when the interaction was stopped once and for all? And when these things were going on, to what extent my equipment has been helping? And in between, now we can add, now that Papa has made us to go through this 4 plus 2, 6, today you can take up another 2 or 8. We can go through that also. What should be the mindset while chanting? How is it related to our workaday life? How does it help us to know the core of our being? Somewhere we can add that. Probably in the last sitting session, we will bring that. dwelling on the six, like starting with awaken the sleeping divine consciousness within, for example, undisturbed, we try. And then we write down our, our experience. That experience, we are not showing to everybody, but we keep it for ourselves so that whatever is to be improved, everything got improved because of this session also. Because we also did not know how to move about. But now for the past, I think, 15 months, last Guru Purnima day, that means July or August.
16 sessions.
Eh?
16 sessions.
16 over. This is 17th.
17 one.
Tomorrow is 17.
17.
So these 17 sessions, we have been able to improve. A lot of people will attend, some people will attend, no? I think first session there were more than 120 people. And 60, 70, 100, 90, 50, like that it will be there. Because ashram, low profile, people who come to know that there is a session, then only they will be able to take part. Anybody would like to say anything about it to improve this? That is the main purpose of sharing this. Apart from making you know what is working in us, it can still be improved. Somehow to train the mind to concentrate on one at the exclusion of other. And when the mind is ready, then when we chant the name, mind will not go out. When we contemplate upon a particular subject, mind will not go up. And we all know that this is not a new technique for us. For many of our outer dealings, we go by this norm and we succeed. If we have not succeeded, it was because lack of concentration, no? So it is not a new thing that we are acquiring. But in the case of spiritual progress, we don't apply the same theory unknowingly. So now we are trying to do it knowingly. When you are drafting an article, or when you are writing a letter, this one at a time is working. When you are working on a software, one at a time works. When you are handling a machine, one at a time helps. When you are cooking, one at a time helps. When you are cleaning, dusting, haphazardly if you do that, no. So we know that it is not a new technique. But when it applies to the inward journey, we fail. So just like yesterday we said, no, sleeping divine consciousness. This is the sleeping habit which we have to awaken during the. It is there in us right from our childhood. We have been doing many things, and we have been successful. If we are scoring 90 plus in our exam, it is because our concentration level of concentration is there. We have been able to do it. But when the question of outward, in the outwards realm, we have been able to do it one at a time. But in the question of inward journey, which we have not tried, or if we have tried, the mind is unruly in its behavior. So anybody would like to add any points so that we can improve it on day of tomorrow? When you open the Namosava book, is there on the table.
Music we can add. Music, some melodious music.
Music for some time, I think. Yes, we'll think about it. Melodious music. If it has got any words, instrumental music, that can be tried. Immediately the mind will go, I have heard this bhajan, I've got that ashram, that Swami is there, so it has gone out under that protection.
Not bhajan, simple music.
We can try.
It will change
We can try
one point.
without any words, instrumental. Anything else?
Swami, can I show you something? It's a bit like
The contents you kept it there?
Which content sounds?
No, it's there. Okay.
it's about awakening, a question about awakening.
I'll read it out. So when everything arises out of this unmoving consciousness, conscious formlessness, this is the essence of what we already really are. That sleeping divine consciousness, But the body mind which is asking for the answer of what is my true self could then never ever get the answer. Because the unmoving conscious formlessness cannot be seen. Formlessness, the unmoving formlessness and the moving form, Shiva Shakti, are actually one and the same. If there is only one, then there cannot be a second to see or know something. It is just being in the present now. It will need an attempt to find an answer. Nama chanting helps us to awaken the sleeping consciousness. And Papa puts it in the same theme, in a little different way. He says we start training the mind to mentally chant, then witnessing the chanting, paving the way for the emergence of the witness consciousness. And the moment the witness conscious, the chanting is going on, the chanting is being heard, the chanting is being known, chanting is being realized. Who is chanting? Who is witnessing? So it leads to stillness. And then he declares that witness consciousness, the experience of the witness consciousness is God realization. Okay? At the outcome. Let us not jump into the outcome now. Let us have it the outcome. No? Let us put on the process. Let us not define now and then try to understand that. But ultimately, he gives us some. It leads to stillness. Beyond that, we cannot say anything. Awaken the sleeping divine consciousness within us. Know that He is the origin of all creation and the great provider. hammer the truth that He is the master with a master plan for our lives, recognize that He is with us, has always been with us. Remember that He is with us, He who is within us is doing all. Realize that nothing is ours, everything belongs to God. Know that the God in our heart is the same God who dwells in all. If every individual starts going deep within, what our sister has just now noted down, which we read it now, like that we reach a stage where there is no two to explain, no? Beingness. So when every individual tries to reach that beingness, will reach the being, no? They will reach the beingness. So the same beingness in us, there is nobody to say that it is another. When we come back to the individual level, we declare it is the same. The divine within me is not different from the divine in others. This understanding softens judgment. Because when you go to the origin, and then from the origin how it started and how it got self-propagated. The first parent and their sons and their children, they become parents, their children, they become parents, their children, the propagation, no? Self-propagation. The starting point is one. So the ingredient should be one. That is why there are certain common things in all of us, We all breathe the same air. We all exist in the same earth. We all use the same space to move about. We all use the water, the sun. Panchabhutas, 5 elements are common in all of us. Have to think about it. So to know that the God in our heart is the same God who dwells in all. The divine within me is not different from the divine in others. This understanding softens judgment. Judgment will be there. He is within. Just now, at the start we said, we don't develop any prejudice. Reduces conflict. Reduces, not expands love. Chanting slowly shifts our vision from separation to unity. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. The moment we realize that we are all interrelated, interdependent, interconnected, everything that we use, we need a person to visualize, imagine, then to put up, select place, put up structures, bring the machinery, and the concept becomes a reality by producing it. Then he is reaching out to others through publicity, this and that, and finally the consumer is kindled and the tree is reached through the trader. How many people, whatever we use, how many, that's why we said we are interrelated, interconnected, interdependent. Anything. In somebody's case, if there are 100 requirements for him to exist, in our case, probably it might be 50 or 25 or 10 or 1. But still, we are interdependent. So this understanding softens judgment, reduces conflict, expands love. Prior to coming to ashram, we used to say that no, we were working in a coffee plantation. We know that how from a seed, when it is planted, when a seed is put in a nursery bag, after nurturing it for 1 or 2 years, after say 1 month or 2 months it sprouts. Still we have to nurture, put a pandal, watering. And 3 or 4 years, then we clear fell the whole area, mark it 12 feet or 10 feet distance, and then we take 1.5 feet into 1.5 feet into 1.5 feet pit, remove the subsoil, fill it with surface soil, little bit of manure, and then open this and plant. And then nurture it for another 3-4 years. From the 7th year or 8th year, economic bearing starts. Cultural operations are going on round the year. And then the buds are formed by December. November, December, buds are formed. And January, February it starts leaning out. And then we get good rains, it opens up. And on the 9th day of our getting the shower, night, it opens. And immediately bees go there. The pollination takes place in 2 hours. And then the fruition takes place. And it takes another 9.5 months, just like all of us, to become the ripened coffee berry. Then we pluck it, dry it, hull it, remove the husk. Seed comes. Seed is roasted. Aroma comes. Powdered. Put it in the filter. Take the decoction. Take 1 or 2, 1.5 spoons of decoction. Add whatever you feel like. Black coffee means black coffee. Okay, if you would like to put jaggery or sugar or milk, do that. So when it comes to me in the form of a cup of coffee in my table, we directly know that how many laborers are involved in raising this crop. What is the play of the nature? What is the play of the human beings? What is the play of the machineries? What is the play of the climate? All these put together only help to get me a cup of coffee. Normally when we order for a cup of coffee at home or in a hotel, hardly we think about it. This understanding softens judgment, reduces conflict, expands love. Chanting slowly shifts our vision from separation to unity. Like that, any item that we use, the journey of a jaggery or sugar from sugar cane, like that, anything you met, how we are all interconnected, interdependent, interrelated. So this understanding softens judgment, reduces conflict, expands love. Chanting slowly shifts our vision from separation to unity. Like water in different vessels. Same water, different shapes. Like one sky seen from many windows. So Nama chanting with this, directly connects us with our day-to-day life. How to improve the quality of our life, not merely at the time of chanting. Become calm and cheerful always. True cheerfulness is not excitement. It is inner steadiness. Nama chanting settles the mind and brings a quiet joy that is not dependent on circumstances. Normally it is dependent on an object, on a person, or on a situation. So when we go deep into it, Nama chanting helps us to have this calmness, quietude. Yes, cheerfulness. How does the calmness come? When we try to see that He is behind this every creation and which is contributing for my existence, not only my joy, the very existence through Mother Nature and society. So when we try to develop this gratitude, calmness automatically comes. And then we come to realize that calmness is within us. Initially, it was depending upon objects, persons, and situations, but where from it came? It came from within. Just like the balancing, when we try to do the cycling, the balancing comes from within after so many falls, so many trials, perseverance, patience, commitment. Finally, one day you get the balance, which will never go because it has come from within. It is not dependent upon anything else. So become calm and cheerful always. Know that the God in your heart is the same God who dwells in all. Become calm and cheerful always. 8 we have covered, no?
7.
No, 8. Awaken the sleeping divine consciousness within us. Know that He is the origin of all creation and the great provider. Hammer the truth that He is the master with a master plan for our lives. Recognize that He is with us and has always been with us. Remember that He within us is the doer, is doing all. Realize that nothing is ours, everything belongs to Him. Know that the God in our heart is the same God who dwells in all. Become calm and cheerful always. Anybody would like to say anything on any of these 8?
Question.
Some-
There's a question,
some-
sorry.
Mm.
Question. I'm wondering,
Huh?
the first part of the satsang and now, I was thinking then what is how could we distinguish, how could we discriminate between a thought and the voice of God and the intuition? How could we make the difference between the production of the mind and the voice of God?
Intuition and our own projection of the mind and intuition.
Ah.
How do you find difference?
But please, that was the beginning of actually. But with that second part of the satsang, I wonder if actually who is trying to discriminate and distinguish is the mind. So we should finally completely surrender, as you said. And if we completely surrender, so there is no question, no discrimination. We have to accept, and that's all. Is it correct?
He's telling difference between intuition and our own projection of the mind. We try to differentiate.
wait.
Swamiji, he has a nice point. He's
No,
telling.
first we will understand that.
No, Swamiji, he has got a very nice point, Swamiji.
That is right.
Ah.
But first of all, let us try to understand this intuition and the
Okay. Projection of the mind.
projection of the mind. There, our master gives the guidance that if the prompting comes from within, he is free of all vested interest. Even the last vestige of me and mine will not be there. It is coming from him, that is called intuition. If it has got any direct, indirect, implied, slight 1%, 0.5% vested interest, then it is coming from the impure mind. So the impure mind is the reflecting medium. The mind is the reflecting medium through which He is bringing it. When it is distorted, when it is not clean, impure, then it comes out in the form of our reaction. When it is free from the me and mine, so we have to watch. And then we only can judge. Nobody else will be able to judge. Whether it's how does he know? Spontaneously it will come. Spontaneity will be the first measure and not impulsive. Impulsive also spontaneous, not like that. Spontaneity based upon this purity, because the intellect is not interpreting it. So the first lesson, normally everybody gets this doubt. How do we differentiate between whether it's the voice of God or voice of my mind? So this norm, if we try, we have to try and know. We will not be able to know this also. Because even the vested interest may be there in some form, not a direct one, some subtle recognition of others, something like that, no? We cannot explain what it is. Somewhere, the me and mine comes out in some form and demands something. If it is totally free, for example, I am walking like this, you are also walking like this. You don't know me, I don't know you. I lose my step and I am about to fall. You are very near. What will you do? No connection between you and me. Nobody is there to see. So no publicity. But spontaneously you fell. You became one with me, My falling becomes your falling. You immediately went that. Purest form of love, which is called compassion. So when you are compassionate, you play the part of God. Papa used to say that. So this is how we try to understand. So when we react to events and individuals, whether it has got any vested interest or whether it is purely coming from that, spontaneously, this is one now. Then next.
He was just telling that entity which wants to differentiate, if that surrenders, then there is no question. He
This
just
question will not,
added that.
then question will not come,
Yeah.
because that entity, the one what we explained is we are all in that process. The other one is the outcome of that process. And this will come and go. Again we may fall. Again we will fall. Again we may succeed. We may fall. But continuously, suppose we don't fall at all. That means we are always guided by Him. The self-interest is totally absent in us. Then nothing else is needed, Nobody is there to put a label. The labeling entity becomes extinct. So this is very important to know whether it is coming from our own mind or from Him. And beautifully Papa has written this. The reflecting medium mind, the more it becomes pure. Pure means free from me and mine. The reflection becomes directly an expression of His presence. That is why when we describe God, we say He stands for love, He stands for compassion, He stands for forgiveness, He stands for simplicity. Papa used to say, the highest form, how does it express? Simplicity, spontaneity, humility. Simplicity, spontaneity, humility. Somebody watches and passes it. Not that we learn this through academics. Our outcome, it will be like that. Everything will be spontaneous in nature. You lead a very simple life. And then you become humble, always conscious of the bounteous gifts that has been showered on you. No grumblings, no complaints, accepting all situations cheerfully, no demands, no complaints, no grievance. So spontaneity, simplicity and humility.
The ego is that which wants something. No? Ego means
No.
that which wants something. Okay.
Ego, no, I won't say that. I thought you were telling me
No,
something.
I was asking. I was asking.
The sense of individuality, you name it anything. When when we feel that it is absolute, then only it needs, and when it is not met with, it passes through dejection, anger, so many things. But here, he has given us a sense of individuality. I did not ask for the sense of individuality. He has given us a sense of individuality to work as an individual, to express as an individual, which fact I have forgotten. And then so I developed all my likes and dislikes, my priorities, preferences, rights and wrongs, everything. The moment when he causes me to get in touch with this evolved soul, and he says, "You are not what you assume yourself to be." Oh, that means you are an individual, no doubt, but you are an individual actuated by him, subservient to him. You function as an individual. Individuality will not go there until your time comes. But a refined individual, an individual who always believes that he is behind, he is making me to function as an individual. Previously, we are functioning because of our thoughts, words, and deeds. 99% of our it is like that. We all feel, we hear that all, but we don't accept the subservience to that higher principle. So the individuality is not bad. We don't have to condemn this ego, even if we are given the name ego. Because the moment we hear the ego, negative, it stands for negativity. So nowadays we don't use that. It's a sense of individuality. That separates me from others, Sense of individuality separates me from others. But then I did not ask. He gave me the sense of individuality. The master has got a master plan for my life. Previously, I was not knowing that the master has given me this. So I was thinking that I am dealing with men and matters. I am intelligent, I am shrewd enough, I can handle, I am strong enough. I want this, I want that, I want to be recognized. There are so many things will come. You put it the word ego there, that's all. But the same individual realizes that he owes everything to that power who is within, and minus that power, I become zero. So now, having realized this, the individual functions. That is why Papa beautifully says that though Ram and Ramdas are one, Ramdas would always like to be the Das of Ram. Subservient. Though Ram and Ramdas are one, Ramdas would like to retain that sense of individuality because there is a joy in it. So the sense of individuality gets refined and continues to function as a sense of individuality in others' eyes. But in our eye, we know that we are here because of him. He is making us to think, talk, and do for reasons known to him. I need not bother. To constantly remind me Nama. Because in a sattvic mode, we all accept this. The moment we go out of the session, when we deal with men and matters, we are back to square one. No? The usual Nam comes. So Nama chanting, that is why Papa said, try to chant Nam so that you will remember this, remember this, remember this. Oh, I shouldn't have talked like that. I shouldn't have done like that. I shouldn't have spoken like that. So the technique we are trying to now employ is to link Nama chanting with all these things. Previously we thought, Nama chanting is separate and the life we are living is separate. Now we know the life we are living can be improved. The quality of it can be improved by remembering him through chanting. These are all the points that well done. And what are the 8 points? All of us can try to pull.
Become cheerful.
Become calm and cheerful.
He is with me and he has been with me.
He is with me, he has been with me. Anybody else?
Bhavani aunty, paraya.
We are cheerful now, peace and cheerful always.
Adai, adu nan parno. Ippo parno.
അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് പറയാൻ പാടില്ല എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. യു ആർ സിറ്റിംഗ് നിയർ. ആ പിന്നെ
Any point from the 8
From this point, from these 8 points.
हाँ किस चीज़ का ट्रांसलेशन करना है आपको?
वो जो परसों सेशन होगा ना,
हाँ
उसी का ही बेसिक क्वेश्चन है.
पूछिए.
वही है question.
हाँ he wants to ask something.
हाँ
बोलिए आप.
ऐसा होता है, आपका निर्देश है कि उच्चारण करें, उच्चारण का श्रवण भी करें और ये देखें कि मन भाग रहा है या नहीं भाग रहा है. ये 3 काम हुए अलग अलग. तो इसमें उच्चारण और श्रवण तो तात्कालिक होते हैं, साथ साथ होते हैं. लेकिन जब हम मन को देखने लगते हैं कि मन भागा या नहीं भागा है, अब ये पता करने के लिए कि मन भाग गया है तो हमारा ये डिस्टर्ब हो जाता है. उच्चारण और श्रवण.
आस्क हिम टू स्टॉप,
एक
अदरवाइज
सेकंड आधा बताती हूँ फिर आगे बताइए. हाँ स्वामी जी he is saying that what you have suggested for tomorrow, for day after tomorrow,
Mauna
is
session.
that for Mauna session is that first we chant, along with the chanting we think about all these points. So when these are 2 tasks which we do, these 2 tasks we can do together. The third thing is, if the mind goes, you ask to watch the mind. So if you watch the mind, then the other two points will automatically get stopped. है ना? हाँ.
इसके आगे ये मुझको सहन नहीं हुआ और उसके बाद माइंड को लाना एक और चौथा काम बड़ा दुर्गम है.
He's saying the 4th task is to bring back the mind then. So how can you bring back? That is even more difficult. So when all these 3 are done, then the 4th task becomes very difficult and insurmountable.
once again you tell me, I couldn't follow.
He says there are 2 tasks which we have to do. One is chant, and second thing is do manana on these points, so that the chanting becomes effective. And third thing is,
First of all, it is not that we should bring all these things. These are all some of the examples that we, whatever you are comfortable with, you can bring it.
Is it?
Whatever you are comfortable with, we are trying to, our attitude is to concentrate on one at the exclusion of other. We are trying to train the mind. When we concentrate on the mind goes out here and there. So first of all, we are trying to train the mind, tame the mind. So for that, we are doing all these experiments.
Is it possible that without training the mind we can achieve the
Very
last
difficult,
last
very
is
difficult.
it possible?
Normally it is difficult.
happens?
Because that is the only vehicle
It
with which,
happens automatically.
if it comes automatically, it's very nice.
When mind goes, why should we worry about the mind? The instruction comes from within or without, I
Yeah.
don't know. Leave the mind. You are there. Then I am there.
One session is there to watch the mind.
No.
Out of the 5 sessions, one session is there to watch the mind.
It is the language which I am using to make you understand my situation. What happens? मुझको कोई कहता नहीं, उठा करके उस स्थिति में रख देता है या मैं आ जाता हूँ. अब माइंड तो प्ले में से हट गया, रहता ही नहीं है. उसको वापस लाने के लिए तो उसको ढूंढना पड़ेगा ना.
he's saying, Swamiji, when he's into that state, even if the mind goes away, somewhere within himself, he knows he's always.
So I think what he's telling is he has no mind at all.
That's what he's in that state. That's what he's saying.
He has no mind at all. He has to
Anyway,
work hard.
each one can practice in his own way. Okay, these are some of the suggestions.
He's saying his mind is there.
Because each one is unique. Your experience may be unique. His experience may be unique. These are all in a common platform. When we say we have got 5 sessions, one session also is watching the thought. when the thought, this thought, that thought, this thought, that, who is watching now? Ah, again it comes back. Again this thought, that thought, this thought. So there are so many sessions by which we try our mind. The whole purpose is to concentrate on one thought at the exclusion of other, and so that we can direct it towards him, and finally the mind becomes one with him. There is no fixed do this or do that. Some of the suggestions.
Swamiji, long ago, even Bhavani auntie told the same. That like next thought is to watch the thought. Next thought is not coming. What to do like that?
Need not. You watch and see for yourself. Because nobody is there to guide us now. He and us. He is sleeping. We are trying to make him get up. Guide me, please. I am unable. Then he will get up. Today, when the doubt comes, we are asking others. We are not asking him. We are asking others, depending upon others. And so we always rely on what it comes from others. But when we start, one day you are fully plugged, you cannot go out. So you have to ask him, you try to train. And then mysteriously you will find the answers. It need not be the same. It can be different. So many people have written, suddenly the mind is switched off. What is that we cannot say? At the same time, not sleeping. An inexplicable, pleasant experience. Somebody used to write that I never knew that I will be able to sit for 8.5 hours at a stretch. It is a new experience. Somebody will particularly point out one session. It helped me. So like that, we are not limiting to these 5 only. Anything. We only say that to have a program, we should have some guideline, Suppose you say you all observe Maun and send here. It may be difficult. So something is there, you can improve it, you can delete it, you can modify it, depending upon your taste, temperament, inclination, aptitude, your background, your sadhana so far done.
So much wavelength of the mind, it differs.
Different.
It starts from alpha stage.
I am not modifying it, but the thing is being modified automatically.
हाँ वही स्वामी जी बोल रहा है वही स्वामी जी बोल रहे हैं कि एक का है ना हाँ एक्सपीरियंस अलग होने वाला है
अलग अलग
तो अपने हिसाब से अपने को मोल्ड करने का है अपने हिसाब से आपको
मोल्ड होने का है करने का तो उसमें कुछ है ही नहीं
ही हैज
करने का उसमें अपने लिए बचती क्या है
He's got a different experience altogether. He's gone to the upper story.
Hari Om.
Upper story.
He's in the upper story.
Upper story.
Yes.
We are all in
upper story का मतलब नहीं आप जानते हैं ना क्या हुआ एक पर्सन है ना एक बाद में बताती हूँ.
No, that is he is talking from his experience.
हाँ, he's talking from his experience. एक
So it can be anything. One day of trying to train the mind. So long as we feel that we are individuals, these words have to be used. Ultimately, everything happens only by His will, but we are not aware of it. That is why we are raising this. The very point that we are raising this, that means we have distanced from Him unknowingly. We are trying to know that He is behind everything. Then this question will not come, ultimately. So through questions, we try to reach a stage where there are no questions. Through doings, we try to reach that we are not the doer. Through thinking, we are trying to reach that we are not the thinker.
Is it a task to find what time is there? Is there any time or
No
any
time.
and during which
No. Every time we have to do it.
He is not behind.
He is with us, He has been with us.
Every moment.
Every moment.
Every moment.
That we are not aware. So we are trying to become aware.
You
That's
are
all.
aware. You are aware. We are not aware. Because he's getting confused. He's like a child. He's getting
क्या हुआ स्वामी
confused.
जी पापा है ना सितारूप स्वामी जी के आश्रम में गए थे हाँ उधर है ना पापा का मन बहुत ही अंदर की तरफ लीन हो गया था तो उनको किसी ने कुछ पूछा तो पापा ने दूसरा टाइप का जवाब दिया तो उन्होंने बोला ही इज इन दी अपर स्टोरी मतलब उनका मन थोड़ा ऊंचे ख्यालों में था तो नहीं पागल नहीं ऊंचे ख्यालों में आपका मन भी ऊपर पहुंचा है
पता नहीं.
मतलब आप
You need not.
हाँ
You need not.
नहीं
It
भले
is
की
enough.
बात है बहुत ही अच्छा है
अच्छा है.
हाँ बहुत ही अच्छा है अच्छा नहीं बहुत ही अच्छा है आप बहुत lucky हो.
This question is also, then we can ask that all these things are also played by him. That's all. Then the whole question stops. So, we are all struggling to reach that stage where we find that he is the second one, he is with us, he has been with us. If the moment we realize that, then there is no question, no satsang, no sadhana, because we have reached where we should reach. And then we come to know that the starting point is the ending point. There is no starting point and ending point. Starting point itself is the ending point. How will we know? So he gives us a sense of individuality, makes you feel that we are talking, we are thinking, we are doing. And then one fine, we have desires, we have rights and wrongs, preferences, priorities. Then he makes us to delve into this. And one fine morning, through some means, he makes us to get in touch with a saint, a realized soul, or a scripture, or somebody talks, or we meet somebody expressing something. Then his mind starts slowly going towards it. And then we try to realize that he is there. I am not aware. So what should I practice? So here it is, Nam Seva Dhyan. And then we try to move slowly. Again, our old habits may pull us back to the sense of individuality. But every time we know he is there, but I am unable to hold on. So Papa used to say, perseverance, perseverance, perseverance. And one day, and then the other thing is left as a play, and we join the play, that's all. Previously, we were identifying the role. Now we know it is a play. That's why we shared that, behold divinity in every aspect of this world Leela. Verily, it is He at play in all beings and creatures. That stage we should reach, through chanting, through Smaran. And Nama Smaran helps us to remember Him. This is the base. Yes, out of 8, we got stuck somewhere.
2 only. Sorry. Remember that?
Yes.
The 8, awakening the
Awakening the sleeping divine
divine
consciousness.
consciousness. Remember that he's the creator and he's the second one, provider,
Originator and
originator, and the provider, and
Master.
he's the master and has a master plan for everybody, and the God in me is also dwell in everybody else.
Yeah.
And
He is
He's
with
been
us.
with us. He's with us. He's always with us.
And we are trying to, just like what
Uncle said.
Baisab said, he is the doer. He is doing everything, including these talks, including these doubts, including this clarification, including the height, everything. Why does he? He is there, but he wants us to have this play. He makes us unaware, he makes us aware. He makes us unaware, he makes us aware. So he is behind everything, another aspect.
yeah,
And that
remember that he's within us.
he is within us, and he is
He's
in
been
everybody. Nothing is ours, everything is
Everything
his.
belongs to us.
Already time. So it's all right. So tomorrow we are going to Mangalore. So there will be a break. And day after tomorrow is Sunday. We will have this Mauna. Day after tomorrow morning it may not be possible. We have to leave immediately after the flower offering, we will leave. So day after tomorrow morning at the time of flower offering, we will again repeat the procedure we are following, and we make it very, very clear then and now. Though these are all the guidelines which we got from inner prompting. Not necessary that one should follow this. You can devise your own method based upon each one's background. Nobody knows. So a general prescription is not there. But somewhere we have to start, Somewhere we have to start. Suppose immediately we are all busy in the activity, so you close your eyes and then go within. It may be difficult. So we thought all these choices can be given, anything is acceptable. Ultimate aim is to feel his presence by regulating our thoughts, which is the vehicle he has given to us. Only through mind we can understand him. So we are trying to train the mind. We are unable to hold on, no? So how to hold on? How to hold on? So we cannot hold on. We have to. He has to become mine. I have to become his. Then only I'll be able to hold on. This truth, it will come to me only through certain exercises. This is what all our masters have shown from their life. Nobody came from the sky and declared. Like us, they were all leading. They were all having these question answers, doubts, everything was there. And finally they reached the platform. And they shared this. So that whatever suitable for us, we can take it. So we have also tried. 16 months we have tried. Many people found benefit from it. Many people have added to it. Many people have, somebody modified it. Now he also added music, 15 minutes you can, not 10 minutes. 10 minutes you can have that Ramnam, what?
That instrumental Ramnam. That flute Ramnam. That
flute Ramnam.
or Kishori Putli Ramnam. That the meditation.
Kishori Ben's Ramnam. Kishori Ben's Ramnam, that is soothing.
In the beginning, we put on the slow Ramnam. Instead of that, we'll have
Something
Kishori
like that.
Putli.
And every time we will ask and we will modify, add. Here we are open, absolutely open. Because here the basic fundamental is that each one is unique and therefore each one's method